Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss about the microorganism, friend and foe in the revision part, the last part of your lesson, that is about food preservation and nitrogen cycle. So while discussing it about the food preservation, it is very important that we preserve food properly to prevent it from being spoiled. Food preservation involves preventing the growth of bacterial bacteria and fungi. Canning, freezing, and drying food are the most common methods for preserving food at home today. Like we are having different methods of food spoilage. Food is get spoiled because of microorganisms, and this the spoiled food will be smelling it as bad smell as well as taste, and it will be causing causes us food poisoning. So we have to preserve the food. There are different methods of preserving food, as you can see on the screen. That is about the chemical method. In chemical method we will be using some chemicals to preserve the food, like sodium benzonate, sodium metabisulfate. These are the uh, chemical food preservatives which we will be using it to spoil the food uh, by using chemical method. Then by using common salt, this is the common method wherein we will be putting the salt, like tamarind is there, meat is there, fish is there, amla, raw mangoes, tamarind, all these we will be preserving it for a longer time by putting the salt, because salt absorbs all the moisture which is present in it. The salting will be the advantages is for a longer time. This salt covering food, this forces the water to leave all cells, including the cells of microbes and meat. Due to osmosis, the microbes die due to lack of water. Means how salt will be preserving this food? It is because it will be taking out the water even from microbes also. Not only from the cells of this, but from the microbes also it will be taking it. The next method is about by adding sugar. Adding sugar in the food items for preparing like jams, jellies, squashes. We will be using it because it prevents the growth of microorganism. Sugar also prevents the growth of microorganism. Then by adding oil and vinegar, it will also used for preserving food. This will be there for like pickles, vegetable, fish, meat. All this will be preventing the growth of microorganisms. Then by heating, by heat and cold treatment method, in by like in cold treatment method we will be using the refrigerators, deep freezers. So what happens in the refrigerators, how we can able to preserve the food, is because this will be slowing down the rate of my bacteria multiplication, so it can be preserved for a longer time. If you are keeping it in freezer will be stop the growth of microbes completely. So this is how it will be helpful for us. And in deep freezing it will be uh, the same process wherein we will be making it the one. And in how by heating it we are also killing the microbes which has been generated. So by heating also we can able to preserve the food. So next is about the pasteurization. Like pasteurization, when we the process of heating of milk about 70 degrees celsius for 15 to 30 minutes, 30 seconds, and then suddenly chilling it to prevent the growth of microbes is called as pasteurization. So it is about we are making it go for chill, warm exposure. This process is discovered by Louis Pasteur. Then storage and packing method is also there, wherein we will be using many food items. We will be storing it in the airtight containers to protecting the microbes. In airtight container, why we will be putting it? It is because we will be not allowing any oxygen to enter. If the oxygen enters in the cycle in the can, then only these microbes can able to take place. So for that reason we will be taking an airtight container gas airtight jars, so that it will be avoiding the oxygen to enter, and no microbes will be surviving. Without oxygen nothing will be survive. Then we are having packets food, we are having it. In packet foods we will be filling it with the nitrogen, because nitrogen doesn't react with the any of the food items. So for that reason we will be putting in the packets, either filling it with the nitrogen gas, or we will be making it to free from the air pulling inside after keeping the food item. This principle is because it will not be no moisture, oxygen will be present, so the germs formation will not take place. For that reason in the packets we will be filling it either nitrogen, or we will be removing the oxygen from it. This is all about food preservation. Now we are coming to last part of the lesson, that is about the nitrogen cycle. As you can see, nitrogen cycle here. Nitrogen is important, as we have studied in class 7, that nitrogen is important for synthesizing proteins. Proteins are nothing but amino acids, and in amino acids we require nitrogen. So this nitrogen is also important during photosynthesis. Only carbon dioxide is being prepared, so we are getting carbon, hydrogen and oxygen, but at the same time we require nitrogen also. So from where do we will be getting this nitrogen? Nitrogen is abundant in the atmosphere, and but we can't able to use it directly from the air. So for that reason we should have the nitrogen. This is a nitrogen cycle, how it will be coming it. So this is an atmospheric nitrogen here, and in this atmospheric nitrogen there are some friendly bacteria which will be converting this nitrogen in the form of ammonia, nitrates, nitrites and nitrates, which are taken by the specific plants to make the proteins. These useful proteins are taken by animals from plants. The association between bacteria and plant is known as symbiosis. This we have studied in class 7. It means that they help each other to survive. Bacteria survive in the roots of the plant, in helps the plants in getting the nitrogen. The nitrogen fixing helps the plants in getting nitrogen. The nitrogen fixing bacteria, like in the roots of the leguminous plants, is called as rhizobium bacteria, which will be converting this atmospheric nitrogen into soluble form, and it will be getting dissolved in it, and we will be getting the nitrogen. Nitrogen is very essential for all living organisms. So nitrogen cycle is known as a perfect cycle because the percentage of nitrogen in any part of the world remains more or less the same constant values and the percentage. So this is how bacteria, then it will be going into the compounds as nitrogen, then these nitrogen fixing bacteria will be taken place, and then again it will be going to blue green algae. There is one more second method. We will be getting atmospheric nitrogen through the lightning. When the lightning strike, this atmospheric nitrogen get dissolved in the water, and that will be coming into the ground, and then we will be getting it. So taken by the plants, then animals, and then it will be nitrogenous waste from these animals, and the death will be going it again into the soil. So this is all about the nitrogen cycle. As I have discussed, these are the leguminous plants. You can see we call it as a rhizobium bacteria, which is helpful for capturing the atmospheric nitrogen. Lightning also convert the nitrogen compound into the soil. So this is how we will be getting it, the nitrogen. From the atmospheric nitrogen we will be getting it back into the soil. So this is all about the nitrogen cycle. So we are stopping here today. uh, Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.